racism, inequality. I know what you're thinking. Adam, don't even start talking about racism and stuff like that. We had enough of it. Well, guys, I'm sorry. But you know what, Uprise, we talk about the good, the bad, and the ugly. And so you're not going to want to miss out on this video, because in this video, we talk about what's happening today, not 1954, but what's happening today in real estate that still shows evidence of racism and prejudice and is violating the Fair Housing Acts. You're not going to want to miss. What's going on, guys? This is Adam with Uprise Real Estate Partners. I am the CEO and founder, and I am happy to be with you today. And I'm sorry, guys, we're about to get into a serious topic, right? A lot of times when we do videos, you know, sometimes it's funny, sometimes it's about a training, sometimes it's behind the scenes. Well, you know what? We're also going to have some serious topics, because real estate, if you really understand real estate, it is a serious topic, right? And so we can try to dress it up, put some lipstick on it as much as we can. But real estate is a big topic, because you have people who sometimes are making the biggest investment financial decision that they will ever make in their lives, right? And that's why when you're choosing a real estate agent, when you're choosing a lender, when you're choosing the people to help you reach your goals, either to become a homeowner or to become an investor, you want to make sure that you're working with a great power team that that is with you to put yourself in the best position to see your goals, your dreams, your realities come true, right? So let's get into this. So guys, yes, this video is about racism. Yes, this video is about prejudice. Yes, this video is about discrimination. Yes, this video is about violations that were found in the Fair Housing Act. No, but guys, check this out. You gotta watch this whole video. You gotta watch this whole video. And so for those of you who end up liking this information, please feel free to like, or you put the like button down below, so we know you lets us know you want to produce more content like this, and lets YouTube know that you want us around. Appreciate the love. Also feel free to hit the subscribe button down below as well, so you can know when new videos come up, and hit the notification button if you want to be made aware of new videos that come and pop up. Okay, so let's get into it. So I can't contain myself. Okay, so there was a study done. This ain't Adam just asking some people some questions or making some observations. There was a study done, a 3-year-long study done by Newsday, okay? And it's called, you can look this up online, you can Google it, YouTube it, whatever you want. I'm gonna provide the link for you guys down below. It's called the Long Island, it says Long Island Divided Story, okay? Long Island Divided Story. And it was a 3-year study done by an organization, and they did everything the way that the government typically, does studies. And so here are some of the quick stats, okay? They had 25 trained testers, as they say, 25 trained testers who were trained on basically how not to give clues, right? Basically the right questions to ask, right? Basically how to have the verbiage and have the right mindset as a buyer or as a seller, okay? Then you have another stat of there were 93 agents that were tested, okay? 93 agents. So you say, where were they tested? So the reason why this is called the Long Island Divided is they picked, so check this out, they picked up a place in the northeast area of the country. They picked Long Island, and they tested 93 agents in Long Island, okay? Then you have over 240 hours of recordings of the meetings and interactions and phone conversations between the testers and these 93 agents. Here we go. And then the last number, quick stat to give you, was there was over 5,700 houses analyzed. You said 5,700 houses analyzed. Wow, what does that mean? What that means is they analyze the listing and the markets and the properties out available in the market before, after, and at the same time the testers were interacting with the real estate agents. Why? So they could catch them when things didn't match up, right? They could catch them when things didn't match up. They would know when things didn't line up. Okay, so let's get into it. Two biggest highlights from the study. Okay, and I'm gonna be honest with you. When I first read the study, it hurt my heart. It hurt my heart because I'm in the real estate industry and I interact with all kinds of people, right? Minorities, whites, Hispanic, Black, Armenian, Middle Eastern, African, all different types of people, right? And so it just hurt my heart to see that fellow real estate professionals still conducted themselves like this when nobody was looking. Okay, let's keep it real. Okay, so let's get into it. The first big headline is that the 3-year study, okay, strongly indicated that house hunting in one of the nation's most segregated suburbs posed substantial risk of discrimination, with Black buyers chancing disadvantages almost half of the time they enlisted the brokers. Okay, what does all that mean? Essentially what it's saying is, when they went out to areas, especially out in the suburbs, they saw where at least half of the time, okay, real estate agents showed some type of discrimination towards Black buyers as opposed to white buyers. Okay, let's get down to into a deeper. Let's give you a little bit of context. Okay, the way this test was also performed was there were 2 undercover testers in every situation. Okay, so for example, they have 1 Black tester, 1 white tester, right? Or 1 Asian tester, 1 Black tester, or 1 white tester, 1 Hispanic tester, right? Okay. So separately, they would talk to a real estate agent asking for assistance in buying a home. Okay, and they would present. Check this out. So those of you say, oh, well, maybe they didn't look the same, or maybe the numbers were different, right? No. It's a test, right? They would have each tester present the same avatar to the agent. Make the same money, got the same job, same situation, same timeline, same criteria. Okay, remember that same criteria? And yet, they found time and time again that the agent's actions, when they were reviewed, it was very evident that the agents provided a different level of service to people based on their race, based on their skin color. Okay. Now, here's some quick numbers. I'm gonna just give you the quick, as I mentioned, the quick headlines before we get into some of my thoughts and ideas. Where Black testers experience different treatment, it ain't positive treatment. Okay. Experience different treatment 49% of the time. Dude, that's almost half. 49% of the time. Now, we're going to get into what they actually experience, but let that rest with you. 50% of the time, when Black buyers approach real estate agents, okay, 50% of the time, they got a different level of service than other type of buyers, okay? 39% of the time, Hispanics experience a different level of service. That's 39%. That's more than a third. More than a third. Almost half the time, Hispanics experience a different level of service. We're treated differently simply because they were Hispanic. Okay? Asians experience 19%. 19% of the time, I don't know if the dudes were Indian. I don't know if they were, Asian or Oriental, where they're from. 19% of the time, they experience a different level of service from real estate agents than their white counterpart testers, even though the criteria is the same, even though the job was the same, even though the money was the same, even though the questions and the requests were the same, even though the stories were the same. You want me to keep going? Okay. So here's what they also discovered and found out. That they found out that it was uncovered that there was equal treatment from real estate agents when it came to minority home buyers and when it came to minority communities. When it came to minority communities, they noticed that real estate agents acted differently, professionally treated things differently, and they treated minority home buyers differently as well. Okay? So what's the number one? So guys, I want you to follow along with me on this website. As I mentioned, 49% of Blacks were treated differently. 39% of Hispanics were treated differently. 19% of Asian testers and buyers were treated differently simply because of the color of their skin, even though they had the money, had the job, had the criteria, and had the same story as their white counterparts. Something to think about, right? So in the you guys check out the website. In the test, in the article, they describe how it was that when agents had buyers come to them, they were frequently, not sometimes, not everyone, frequently direct the white buyers to other white neighborhoods, okay? And they would frequently direct the minority buyers to minority or mixed areas and neighborhoods, okay? Now some of you may say, well, Adam, that's because the white people want to live around white people. Hold up. Remember, in this test, they're giving the same criteria. So if the white tester wanted to live in the white area, the black tester, the Hispanic tester, the Asian tester had the same criteria. So based on the criteria, based on what they said they wanted to live school district-wise, based on what they said their job was and they wanted to live, they gave the same criteria as the white, but yet it was the real estate agents that steered, and this is the violation of the Fair Housing Act, steered the white buyers to the white areas and steered the minorities to mixed or minority type areas. That's the violation number one. You learn that day one in real estate school. But like they said, sometimes you can't teach an old dog new tricks, right? Well, guys, we need to get our game up. Okay. What's the next big point? Point number 2, they found out that a lot of real estate agents avoided minority communities, meaning when they got phone calls from sellers, when they got phone calls from buyers looking in a particular area, they did not follow up as well. They did not market in those areas, right? As prevalently as they did in the white areas, okay? So I can speak to this as a real estate agent. I totally agree. I see it in my own city. You don't have real estate agents putting the same marketing dollars in minority communities as they do white areas. Simply because, just keeping it real, they believe in their minds that there's more money to be made in the white communities, right? I'm just saying that's just the reality of the situation as a real estate agent, okay? So, but where this is disappointing for me is the way we view things at Uprise. Is I don't care if you call me, if you're a seller. I don't care if you are a seller and you call me with a house that you have for sale or you want to sell and it's in a white area for $300,000, or you call me as a minority and you have a property for sale and it's $70,000, you're still going to get the same level of service. You're still going to get professional photography. You're still going to get a listing appointment and a consultation to make sure you know all of your options, right? You're still going to get, like, we ain't changing nothing, right? But that's just how we are. But it's sad to see that obviously out in the marketplace, in the world, that real estate agents do treat people differently based on the areas that they want to live in. Point number 3, if you've ever called a real estate agent while starting your home search, you'll notice that most agents ask you, are you pre-approved when you are looking at homes, right? So naturally, I would think that all experienced agents, when brand new agents, they're like, I don't care if you're pre-approved, I just want to show you a house. Maybe you're going to hit the lottery tomorrow and want to buy the house, right? But I'm talking about experienced agents. We typically will not work with a buyer, or what I mean by that, we won't start showing buyers properties until we know that they're pre-approved, to verify that, 1, that they could buy a house, that we're not wasting each other's time. 2, identify what price range and budget that we want to be in. So when we send them properties, we're sending them properties within their means, within their ability, right? So what was discovered, and this sucked, I ain't gonna lie, this sucked. What was discovered was that you had some real estate agents who would take phone calls or take meetings with white buyers, and there would not be a mention sometimes of being pre-approved. Yet 100% of the time, when the real estate agents talk to minorities, same criteria, same financials, same request, same everything, same avatar, same story. 100% of the time, there was the requirement that are you pre-approved? And if you ain't pre-approved, I ain't showing you nothing. I don't even care if it's my own listing. Now understand, if that's the way across the board, I ain't got no problem with that. But when it's not, things don't match up. Things don't line up. Check out this quote by this one agent. She said, I won't do it. I won't do it. She said, in refusing to take a Black customer to tour houses unless the customer produced evidence that the lender had pre-approved them for a mortgage loan. Yet it was recorded that 1 month earlier, the same agent had asked a white customer who had not secured a mortgage pre-approval yet. The white person went out of the way and said, I ain't got no pre-approval yet, and I ain't touching no bank. Yet the agent said, don't worry about that. When can you start looking at houses? Don't worry about that. When can you start looking at houses? I'll gladly show you houses without having a pre-approval. I'll gladly show you my listing without having a pre-approval. But with the minority buyers, where's that pre-approval? Oh, you ain't got one? Oh, okay. Call me when you do. Oh, you want to still see the house? No, can't help you. I'm sorry. That right there, guys, is a violation, and that right there, guys, is discrimination. I'll be upfront honest with you. I have a listing coming up this week. I had a buyer call me earlier in the week asking for more information about the property. The buyer is white. I didn't show them the property. Why? They're not pre-approved yet. But what am I doing in the meantime? I'm still working with the client. I'm helping them get pre-approved with their lender. We found out today that their credit score is a little bit too low and they're not going to be able to qualify to buy a home right now. But we're going to work over the next 30 days to help them pay off some debt so they can then raise that credit score with the lender and hopefully in 30 to 45 days be qualified and be able to purchase a home. That's what we're doing. But guys, it's the same thing we do with everybody. Don't matter what color you are. Don't matter what race you are. So that right there hit home, and that right there sucks. Okay, so this next one is a big one. Okay, this next one is a big one. Okay, let me compose myself. All right, they found that very frequently when an agent got a message from a buyer, let's say they're a Black buyer, okay? And the Black buyer said, I want to live in this area. And that area has, like, it's known to have some issues with gangs, okay? And the buyer's Black. When the buyer said, hey, how about this house? Or how about we look for homes in this area? Here's what the agent said. Oh, every time I get a new listing in Brentwood or I get a new client, I get so excited because they're the nicest people in the world. Ain't that sweet? Ain't that sweet? But yet, when the white tester did the same exact thing, the agent did this, sent them an email back and said this. Please kindly do some research on gang-related events in that area for safety. Now you may say, well, maybe the white tester or the white couple said they don't want to live near. No, this ain't some random ass people saying some random ass stuff. Remember, guys, these are 25 tested people that meet and talk every day, and they're saying the same thing. They got the same avatar, same criteria. It's all the same, right? The variable when you're doing a test, you get in scientific experiment, you gotta have a variable, right? The variable is how the real estate agents are treating them. Okay. So check this out. When they asked the agent about it afterwards, here's what the agent said. The agent said, oh, I didn't know about any gang activity when I talked to the Black couple. I wasn't aware of anything. Girl, we got you on timestamp with your email to the white couple, to the white tester a month earlier. Plus, it was all over the news in the area about the gang-related activities. Yet, you, for some reason, in your mind, you said, oh, you guys are Black. You must like gangs. Let's keep it real. Oh, you're Hispanic. Oh, you must like gangs. I don't need to mention it to you. Oh, I've seen you in some movies. I'm getting real. Oh, I've seen you in some movies. Y'all like the gang banging type stuff. You probably got a cousin that's a gang banger. Your daddy probably gang bang. You should be cool with it. Oh, you white? I know you don't have no gangbangers in your family. I know you don't have no drug addicts in your family. I know you don't have anyone that messes with guns and plays with fire and all that kind of stuff and does drugs in your family. You might want to check the crime in that area. That's just wrong, guys. That's just wrong. So what was very sad is afterwards they had the testers get together and talk amongst themselves about things, and then they revealed the results to real estate brokerages, where they were sitting, like, you had white people sitting next to minorities, and it was all mixed and stuff, and they're looking at this evidence, and they said, "Come on, let's dialogue. What do you guys think?" With them sitting next to each other, and what the minority agents said was this. Check this out. They said, often they said that the test results brought to light evidence of discrimination that had been hidden behind smiles and handshakes offered by guides to housing in suburbs where racial lines between many communities were starkly drawn. Essentially what they're saying is it was surprising to them that there was so much discrimination going on that they had no blatant idea about, because they were hidden behind handshakes and smiles. And to me, in my opinion, that's some of the worst discrimination. Because if I meet you as a real estate agent and right off the bat, I feel like you're discriminating towards me, I'm gonna just keep it real. I can move on and find someone that wants to work with me, and I get a higher level of service. But when you don't really want to work with me, or you're gonna treat me differently, but your smile and your handshake don't tell me otherwise, then I'm working with you thinking I'm getting good service when I'm getting a lower level of service. You feel me? And that's what sucks about all this. So they interviewed an Asian tester afterwards, who when he was initially done, they said, "Hey, did you feel you got discriminated?" "No, I think I'm good. I think it went well." And then check this out. The Asian tester learned that the agent had declined to provide him listings of houses for sale as a first step in a home search, but he had given listings to the white tester. And he called the difference in treatment deeply disturbing. What does that mean? Okay, what it's saying is he had reached out to an agent and said, "Hey, can you give me any listings in this area?" And the agent probably said something like, "Oh, there's not many houses that meet your criteria in that area. Just nothing I can send you right now. But let me get your information. I'll get back to you, blah, blah, blah." Right? Okay. Then the white tester comes along and says, "Hey, I want to get some listings in that area." And the white tester said, okay, I'll send them to you. Same criteria, same money, same job. What's the difference? Race, skin color. Okay. And then he said, "I don't think I was fairly," and then afterwards when he found out, he said, "I don't think I was fairly treated at all. That's pretty outrageous and of course offensive and upsetting to find out." And he said, "You read about these things, but you never think they would happen to you." So what does this mean, guys? I know some of you think, "Adam, we've come a long way. Adam, it's not as bad as it used to be." Look, I'm not saying nothing wrong about the stuff of the past. You're right. Things are better than what they used to be. Things are better than what they used to be. We have come a long way. But the reason for this video and the reason for this test is to make sure you guys remember it ain't over. And don't act like it's over. We got the coronavirus going right now. And one message that I've been giving my team and my clients and people around us and anyone that will hear and listen is, do not be in denial. When things were happening back in March, everybody was saying, "Oh, it's only for a little bit. This ain't no big deal. It's less than the flu. It's no big deal. Coronavirus is the deadly rates, less than the flu. It's not that big of a deal. It'll pass over. It's all good." And then they would say, "Oh, the economy, we're just going to shut down for a little bit. Economy be back up, swinging for the fences mid to end summer." And from what I've been paying attention to these last couple of years and recently, and what my mentors have been paying attention, we've said, no, it ain't. This ain't no quick shutdown. Economy stops and restarts back up like a Mac computer by midsummer in the summer. We are going into a recession, and if some things aren't done in a certain way and quickly enough, we may even go to a world depression. Okay, and we started saying, and you guys hear me if you watch some of our other videos on YouTube or follow us on Facebook, is don't be in denial. Don't be in denial. This is the time to get stronger, mentally, physically, spiritually. This is the time to get stronger. When the earth is shaking, you got to work on getting stronger so you can make sure that you not only survive, but you thrive throughout this epidemic, throughout this recession, and the years that we're coming on, so that on the other side, you come out in a way better position than where you may have found yourself in the middle of all this, right? So awareness is key, guys. Awareness. Don't act like it's not there when it's there. Just like with the coronavirus, don't act like it's not affecting things financially, things health-wise. This thing is affecting you, so get ready. The faster you can make the tough decisions, the faster you can make the mental adjustments you need to make to be stronger, to get stronger, the better off you're going to be, right? And so the faster you can prepare that we're going into recession is the better you're going to be when we go into recession. Because what happened? Back in March, all the CEOs and the government was like, oh, it'll be a quick V-shaped recovery. Now what they saying this week? Now they're saying, oh, it's going to be a longer, slow recovery, probably recession. You don't think they knew that? You don't think they knew that? They're making moves behind the scenes and getting richer. They just said those things to the public so that you guys wouldn't sell off all your stocks. Okay, now I'm buying more stocks, right? Because I care more about assets than what price is it today. But that's just the investment strategy I'm in right now, right? Because I got time, right? I'm not looking to retire next year. Okay, so awareness. I want to make this video so you guys have awareness for what is going on. And understand this, guys. This does not happen in Alabama. This does not happen next down the street from the KKK. This happened in Long Island. This happened in one of the most liberal, educated areas in America. This happened. So imagine what happens in Alabama, Mississippi, Texas, Georgia, and in the Deep South. But this test, don't get it twisted, this test is up in New England area, Long Island, educated people, liberal, Democrats, right? This happened. So awareness, for you to know that it's happening and for you to be aware of it, okay? Second thing, this lets us know our work ain't done. This lets us know our work ain't done, because once we get past denial and we accept it for what it is and its reality, then we're able to say, okay, what can we do to fix this? What can we do to improve this? Just like I mentioned, okay, if coronavirus is here to stay for a while, if we're going through recession, okay, what can I do to get stronger? How can I build up my reserves? How can I make sure that my job is not a non-essential job and that I get into an essential field so my family is taken care of? How do I improve my immune system to be able to withstand? I'm doing everything I can, wash my hands, all that kind of stuff, but what can I do to make sure even if I do come into contact with the virus, my body's able to fight it? What can I do, right? And so with this, do not be in denial. Understand it for what it is. And let's say to ourselves, what can we do from an individual standpoint? What can we do as a community standpoint to make sure that next time this test is done, I'm gonna get some figures, because we know it ain't gonna be zero, but let's get some figures. The next time this test is done, I don't know when they plan to do it, whether it be 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, 30 years. Let's hope that the discrimination towards black buyers goes down from 49% down to 25%. Let's just hope. Let's just hope that the discrimination towards Hispanics goes down from 39% down to 15%. Let's just hope. Let's hope the discrimination towards Asians goes down from 19% down to let's do 6%. Let's just hope. And you said, well, Adam, you gave more of a bigger drop to the Asians and the Hispanics than you did the blacks. Prove me otherwise. Let's see it. Prove me otherwise. Love you guys. Appreciate you. Let's keep it going.